Hello and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have a Kamen Rider Drive review for you. This is the Kamen Rider Drive Driver. Driver, that's fun to say. Took me a little bit of time to finally get a hold of this thing, but I am excited to finally have it in hand. This is the front of the box. And as you can see from the sticker up here, I was lucky enough to get one of the ones that comes with the free Gamba Rising card, which I will show off in a minute. On the side, get a nice picture of Trider on there and belts on, which is the name of the belt itself. Nice picture of Kamen Rider Drive there and everything you get in the box. Up top here you have the two, whoops, this is kind of casting a shadow, but it's the two shift cars that you get, Speed and Max Flare. And then a picture of the belt on the bottom there. And then if we turn it around to take a look at the back, just kind of has a picture of the belt, putting the cars in the shift brace, some other cool pictures, different faces that Beltson makes. Show that a little better there. So, other things available in the line. It's very cool, so let's go ahead and get them out of the box and take a look. Okay, so out of the packaging, it comes with everything you see here. You get the driver itself, the shift brace, the two shift cars, the belt pieces, and then this is the Gamba Rising card that I mentioned earlier. I'll zoom in on this. I'm not going to take it out of the packaging because obviously there's not really much I can do with the card. I don't have the games at the arcade to play it in. But I think it's pretty cool. It's a very nice looking card, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and put that off to the side for now. Zoom back out here. I'll show you how the belt works real quick, and then that way I can kind of put that off to the side. This is the belt connector piece. It has the nice rider symbol on there. Very nice. So if you bring the belt around, now the belt does have this piece that you cannot take off. I mean, I guess if you unscrewed it, you could, but I don't really want to get into all that. So the first piece has this, you kind of pull this black piece back, and that brings those in. So it just snaps in right there. Very nice and easy. And I'm going to move this stuff off to the side for a minute. And then if you would come around and you would feed this through and then connect. You guys know how these belts work by now, right? You just push the pieces on there and then slide this over top. Now this piece is kind of cool because it's drive and it's car themed. This is kind of like a seat belt. So you plug it in, it clicks. So I thought that was a pretty cool little nod, a little gimmick. Unfortunately, my belt is still kind of warped from being in the package, so it doesn't stand very well or help the belt stand. But I thought that the clicking of the seatbelt was a pretty cool little gimmick tie into the overall theme of the Kamen Rider series. So just click the button. Whoop! Wow, that's really spring-loaded. So like I said, because my belt's kind of still formed, well, not conducive to helping me get this to stand, I'm just going to put it off to the side. You've seen how the belt straps work. For the rest of this review, I'm just going to leave this off, and then I will bring in the two shift cars and the shift brace. The shift brace is very similar as far as a belt. This really just kind of works like a watch. You can just kind of feed it through again, just for example, and then feed it through here, and then you can feed it through this. So it does kind of fit on my wrist, but not super comfortably, so I'm not going to bother trying to wear it. So I'll show you how it all works. But I'm going to move in first and show you the shift cars individually. Okay, so here are the two shift cars. We have type Speed and then type Max Flare, or I guess just Speed and Max Flare. I'm going to put him off to the side for a second. They're really nice cars, honestly. I will zoom in a bit. I really like them. They're nice and shiny. They're well built. They roll incredibly well. I just really, really like them. They're nice and shiny. They're Very nice glossy paint. As you can see, they have this big gray piece here because that's part of the gimmick. When you put them in the brace, this piece rotates 180 degrees. And then there's a sticker here that shows you which one it is. So this one is for type speed. I guess which doesn't make sense to me is it's type speed. Sometimes it shows an S on the driver. I guess the R is for like rider, but they've never really explained it. I would think it would have an S for speed, not R for rider, but I don't know. But this thing does flip very nice, very easily. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. But yeah, I really like it. I really, really like these cars. They definitely shift around very easily. They feel very sturdy. Very, very nice. So we'll bring in Max Flare, and he's made out of this kind of translucent orange plastic because he's on fire. I really like the blue wheels with it. It looks really nice. I like the colors there. He kind of has a, see if I can show this, kind of a flame design here on the hood. I know the glare. This plastic loves to glare because it's so glossy. Like the red windshield, again, flips around. And he's got a kind of flame mark there, which is very cool. Again, flips around very easily. Very nice. So I definitely think these are both very, very cool. I'm really liking the shift car gimmick so far for this Kamen Rider series. So now we'll get on and show how they work in the driver. Okay, so here we have the driver and the shift brace. And how this works is there are little batteries in here, kind of like watch-size batteries. And this is an infrared kind of port here. And this will communicate with the top of the driver up here, this piece here. So when you use this, you kind of have to line them up. So probably while I'm showing you this, it's going to be difficult. I'll try to get everything in camera, but it's going to be difficult. And I'm going to try to not get so much glare on this, but it is just one big LED surface or display, so it catches a lot of glare, but I'll try my best. But it's very cool. This takes 3 AA batteries, which is interesting because drivers usually take AAAs. But this actually takes AA's. So you can come along and turn this on in the back here. Right up, oops, I'm not showing that. Right up here. So when you first turn it on, he says start your engine. And I'm going to try to back up a little bit here so I can show everything. And then you have to turn the brace on, and you'll see the LED light come on. Now, if you don't put any cars in or do anything, and you just turn this key, so as you can see, there's a display that spins inside like a car tire, to kind of simulate a car tire moving around. But when it kicks on, the fan or the rotator in there, it's actually pretty loud. I don't know if it picked up on the microphone here, but it's pretty loud. But when you turn it on, it kind of pulsates because it's waiting for instructions from the brace. So if I turn it on right away and I'm just going to hit this red button without a car, and it should show us some of the belts on faces. So, like I said, I have to raise this up so I can talk to it, but I'll do it again and kind of cycle through the faces. And at any time while it's running, if you turn the key or the ignition again, it will shut off. So those are the kind of faces that Belton makes. He has like a happy face, a mad face, kind of a scared face. I kind of wish he had phrases or talked like he does on the show, but it's still pretty cool. I really like it. So if we bring in our first shift car here, flip it around, and basically it works similar to how the Tokyo Changer works, where they have tracks here, and then on the bottom they have the little tab system. And I know it's black, so it's going to be hard to show up. Like, it clicks in and it holds down a specific pattern of pins, and that's how it knows which one it is. So if I slide this on, and I'll show you here because I probably will have to do it off camera. When you turn the key, it's going to start pulsating like it's waiting for input, and then I'm going to click this up and then back down, and that's what's going to make it transform. So there he goes. He's transformed into type speed. Oops. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to turn the key again, and then this time I'm going to push this up and then click it forward a couple times. And that's going to kind of, he does like additional sounds and moves here. So let's go ahead and try this again. I'm going to try to widen out here a little bit. I wanted to kind of pull the camera out a little bit so you could see what I was doing with the shift brace, since I have to hold it above the driver. So for the last thing I'm going to do is, if you turn the key again and then hit the red button, it'll initiate his like final attack. I'm going to just tie up the brace here so the strap's not hanging in the way all the time. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to turn the key. And then you have to... So as you can see there, what I did was I turned the key, I pressed the red button to initiate the final attack, and then you just click the car up one more time like you're shifting into gear, and then it initiates the attack. So now what I will do is I will shift to the Max Flare car. And it can tell when you pull one out. So as you can see, it says Tire Kokon, which means tire change, and it says Max Flare, which is the name of the new shift car that we've put into the brace. So I'm going to do the same thing again, where I turn the key and then shift 3 times to do the additional sounds. So there it does the flare sound, and now I will initiate the special attack. And then if I go ahead and I change cars again, I'll show you what it does when it... To deactivate, if you take the car out and then hit the special attack button, it'll kind of like power down. And it says nice drive, which is kind of funny. So I have to say I really enjoy the Drive Driver. I think it's a pretty cool gimmick. Didn't really know what to expect when Drive was first announced, but I think this is pretty cool. I really like the shift cars. I think it's a cool gimmick for this year. These two shift cars are very nicely detailed. They have a nice weight to them. They feel very substantial. The paint's very nice and glossy and sharp. Not really sure what the Candy Toy or Gashapon versions will end up looking like. I don't know if they'll be a cheaper plastic or just maybe they'll be stickers instead of paint. Not really sure. But I think it's a pretty cool gimmick. The display in the driver itself is very nice. I love the sounds that it makes. It's a little finicky. You just have to make sure that the shift brace is definitely above and lined up with the infrareds. So otherwise it won't work at all. So that's a little annoying, but it's really not that big a deal at all. And I think it's a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of shift cars coming out, so there's going to be a lot of playability with this. And I'm really looking forward to see how the rest of this line turns out, because I think it's going to be pretty cool. Really enjoying the show so far. Like I said, I think it's a pretty cool theme and pretty cool gimmick for this year. So I'm excited to see more of it. But I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments, so please let me know down below. Please like and share this video. Please make sure you're subscribed. There'll be links in the description for my Facebook and Twitter, so you can follow me on there as well. And thank you so much for watching this review of the Kamen Rider Drive Driver with speed and max flare shift cars. And thanks for watching.